Deciding between building a new house and buying an existing home is a significant choice that requires careful consideration. In the mountains, yes, they are the Appalachian Mountains of Western North Carolina, the decision becomes even more critical. And in this video, we're going to explore the pros and the cons of building a new house versus buying an already built home in Western North Carolina. And I'll help you make an informed decision about the best option for your needs. Hi, I'm Beth Schadler, and I'm a realtor here, and we are living in Asheville, where we explore what it's like to live, eat, work, sleep, play, all in Asheville, North Carolina, and the surrounding mountain towns. It is my absolute passion and pleasure to help people move to the area, and we get calls and texts all the time for people who are considering it, so feel free to reach out anytime, and we'd be glad to help walk you through the process or just explore the possibility. And if you'd like to learn more about Asheville in general, hit that subscribe button and click that little bell. That way you'll be alerted every time we make a new video for you. Okay, so people often ask me in our buyer consultation if it's better to buy a lot and build the home that they want or buy a home already built considering their budget. So I thought I'd be useful and share with you what I've learned so far and what might be useful for you to consider, such as foundation and utility setup, actual home building quotes per square feet, and a loan that would be different for land and construction versus paying cash for a project and what that entails, some of the red tape and whatnot. So all of these will make a difference in your decision. So here's some pros of building a new house, like customization and personalization. One of the greatest advantages of building a new home is the ability to customize every aspect of it to fit your preferences and lifestyle. From choosing the floor plan and the architectural style to selecting finishes, materials, or the freedom to create your dream home from scratch. How fun is that? And then there's energy efficiency. New homes often incorporate the latest and greatest energy efficient technologies, such as advanced insulation, LED lighting, solar panels, and smart home systems. Building a new house allows you to optimize energy consumption and reduce utility bills and minimize your environmental impact and your footprint. And then think about the warranty and reduced maintenance. You don't have an old home, you've got a brand spanking new one. A newly constructed home typically comes with warranties for everything, appliances and structural components and workmanship. This provides peace of mind and protection against unexpected expenses. Additionally, new houses generally require less maintenance, of course. Fingers crossed. And in the early years, as the components are brand new and designed to function optimally, you have very little to worry about. Plus, you get all the modern amenities. Building a new home allows you to integrate all the modern technologies and features that align with your lifestyle. Whether it's a dedicated home office or a state-of-the-art kitchen or a luxurious primary suite, you have the opportunity to incorporate the latest and greatest of everything technological. And there may be some cons of building a new home. So think about time and delays. You never know what's going to happen. Building a house from the ground up is a time-consuming process, anywhere from like 18 months to 2 years. It involves finding a suitable piece of land, obviously, and then obtaining the permits and selecting an architect and a builder and overseeing the construction. And then there could be delays due to weather or labor shortages or any unforeseen circumstances that can further extend the timeline, requiring you to have patience and a little bit of flexibility. And then building a new house can be a little bit more expensive than purchasing an existing home, so you have to prepare mentally for that. In addition to the land costs, you need to consider construction expenses, architectural fees, permits, and various other associated costs. It's crucial to establish a realistic budget and to ensure you have enough financial resources to complete the project and probably a little then some on top of that. And while customization is also a significant advantage, it can also be overwhelming. Making countless decisions from design choices to selecting contractors can be stressful and time consuming. You almost need to hire that out as well, unless that is what you want to do. Moreover, visualizing the final outcome during the planning stages can be challenging, but fun. But, you need to leave room for unexpected results or some expectations that may not be met. Here's another consideration. I often speak to people who plan to build their dream home in the mountains near Asheville so that they can experience vast scenic views and incredible sunsets. This sounds wonderful and possible, and there are some things that need to be taken into account when making this dream into reality. Building a home on the side of a mountain presents unique challenges and considerations compared to constructing a home on level land. So let's explore some of these key differences. Building on a mountain often requires extensive site preparation. The slope of the land may need excavation, grading, and terracing to create a level building pad. Stability assessments and engineering expertise are crucial to ensure a solid foundation that can withstand the natural forces acting on the mountain. Now, in Western North Carolina, you'll probably have a septic system installed if you're outside the Asheville city limits, and being that the city limits are not huge, you should expect to be. On average, just for comparison, not official, cost for a septic system would be somewhere around $5,000, but an alternative septic system, which is common here because we have a lot of mountains, could cost anywhere from $25,000 to $30,000. These are required on steeper lots or disturbed land where traditional septic tanks cannot be installed. Mountainous terrain can have varying soil conditions and geotechnical challenges. Building a home on the side of a mountain requires specialized structural engineering, and to address issues like soil erosion, slope stability, and potential landslides. So reinforced foundations, retaining walls, and proper drainage systems may be necessary to ensure the safety and longevity of the structure. Here are some good questions to ask your soil scientist or realtor before you even make an offer. Are there gullies, ravines, or excessively steep slopes or other topographical problems that would make it difficult to install a system? Is the land next to a stream or river that could potentially flood? Does the land seem swampy or really wet? Does it have any wetlands at all? Has the extent of any designated wetlands been mapped on a property? Are any parts of the land rocky, which is really common here in Western North Carolina? Bedrock would interfere with the installation and operation of a septic tank or drilling a well, and there's a lot of rock in Western North Carolina. And is there enough space on the lot for the home and the septic system and the well? Or is there another alternative water source? How much space is there really? And then there's the consideration of access and transportation. Transporting construction materials and equipment to a mountainous site can be more difficult and costly compared to level land. So steep, narrow roads and limited access points and rugged terrain may require special arrangements, such as using smaller vehicles or even helicopters. Ooh, fancy. Planning for logistics and coordinating with suppliers and contractors becomes critical. And what about grading and landscaping? The uneven topography of mountainside property presents opportunities and challenges for landscaping as well. You got to think about retaining walls and terracing and strategic grading that can help make more usable outdoor spaces so you actually have a little bit of a yard, and also helps to minimize soil erosion. However, careful consideration of the natural surroundings, ecological impact, and potential for erosion control is necessary to preserve the integrity of the mountainous ecosystem. But hey, I want views. How can I get great views? Of course. Everybody says this to me. So you really have to think about it and plan it out. Architects and designers can leverage the natural landscape to maximize the visual impact from various vantage points within the home. Orientation is critical and crucial to take advantage of the sunlight and to protect yourself from the winds and offer privacy while considering the exposure to the elements like sun or wind or moisture that can affect the structural integrity. Mountainous areas may have limited access to utilities such as water, electricity, or sewage systems like we talked about, so extending those services to a mountainside property may require a little bit more additional effort and cost. So alternative solutions such as wells, septic systems, or solar power may be big considerations. Building on a mountainside involves working with sensitive ecosystems and natural habitats, and it's really important to consider the environmental impact of it and comply with local regulations to preserve the beauty and the ecological balance of the area. Protecting water resources and wildlife habitats and minimizing disruption to the natural features should be prioritized during the construction process. So you could ask questions like these. Are there any steep slope ordinances on the lot? Any protective ridge ordinances? Any watersheds? Your builder can help answer these. And builders usually work at a certain price per square foot. So depending on your budget, you would choose a builder that meets your needs. I work with dependable, trustworthy builders and would be happy to unite you with one. And then there's the money part. Oh, yay. If you are buying a lot with cash, it is easy peasy pumpkin pie. But if you are financing it, there are a little bit more hoops to jump through. Lots are not financed the same way as homes are and require special financing. So typically you put down a little bit more as a down payment, and then they require surveys and perk tests by the lender. Now, perk test is a test that tests the land to make sure a well and a septic system can be installed on the lot. It's not necessarily a permit for it. That comes later if you so choose, but it says it's possible. Therefore, making it habitable, therefore making it buildable and financeable. Now, let's explore the pros of buying an existing home. Probably a little easier. So one of the pros is immediate occupancy. When purchasing an existing home, if it's ready to move in, then you can just go ahead and move right in there as soon as you close on the transaction and the deed is recorded. This is particularly advantageous if you have time constraints or prefer not to wait for construction to finish. Existing homes are often located in established neighborhoods as well, with developed infrastructure and community amenities like parks and schools and shopping centers. This can provide a sense of community and convenience that may take years to establish in a new development. Depending on the real estate market, buying an existing home may offer cost savings compared to building a new house. Additionally, there's a potential for a little bit of negotiation on the purchase price depending on the market, allowing you to secure a better deal. You can easily finance it, fingers crossed. Depending on your credit and your debt to income ratio, you can put down as little as 3% with some lenders. And you only have to pass through appraisals. And credit checks and all that other jazz that they do. I'm not a lender, but you got to pass the test. Unless you're using an alphabet loan, which are like a VA loan or an FHA loan, there are typically no other special requirements like surveys or perk tests. So it's a little bit easier to pass through the financing fence line barrier. So if you want to have a brief talk with a lender to see what your affordability rate is, which is always a great idea when you're kind of preparing to make a choice, then let me know and I'll hook you up with a good one. Now, some of the cons of buying an existing home might be, it means compromising on certain aspects of your home search. You may need to accept the layout or the design that someone else has created and the finishes, and modifications may acquire additional time and investment. I usually tell my clients that it's normal to get about 85% of your wishes. We're doing pretty good if we can get 85. There will always be a little bit of compromise, and it's important to consider what you can live with now and then what you can change later. We're looking for good bones. Already constructed homes may require more maintenance and repairs due to wear and tear. The age of the property can result in the need for updates and renovations, which can add to your overall expense, so they need to be factored in there. Older homes may not offer the same level of energy efficiency as newer constructions, and upgrading insulation or HVAC systems or appliances to modern standards may be necessary to reduce energy consumption and improve comfort. Deciding whether to build a new house or buy an existing home in Western North Carolina involves weighing some pros and cons and figuring out which ones align with your lifestyle and preferences and budget. Building a new house offers customization, energy efficiency, modern amenities, while purchasing an existing home provides immediate occupancy, established neighborhoods, and potential cost savings. By carefully considering these factors, you can make an informed decision that brings you closer to your dream home and in this captivating region of Western North Carolina. And if you'd like me to help walk you through a personalized plan and realize it, then give me a shout via email or text or call. You're not bugging me at all. I'm happy to help. And hit that subscribe button, click that little bell so that we can keep in touch. Until then, ciao for now.